This is the Kitzur Yaimi as we continue learning Perek Gimel in the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. We pick it up from Sif Beis. Continues the Kitzur Ein Olchen B'chukais Akum. One is not allowed to follow Goyish practice V'loy Mizdamin Lahem. One cannot imitate them. Loy b'malbush, not in dress. Loy b'seir, not in hairstyles. Chiyetz and similarly Shenemar. This is learned from a pasuk in the Torah. Furthermore, it teaches the Torah. Do not follow their traditions. Be careful. Maybe you'll be attracted after them. So it explains the Kitzur that what exactly is included in this Isser. Says the kids, Lo Yalbush Malbush, one should now wear an article of clothing, Hamyuchalem L'Shem Geyos, that is designated by the Goyim for a form of Geyos, haughtiness, Vumalbush Sarim, a garment worn by dignitaries, Uladugma, as we find that Amina Bigamara, also the Yisrael is Tam Islam, a Yid cannot imitate the Goyim. Even something as simple as the straps on one's shoes. Let's say the Goyim had a certain way to tie their shoes. The Yidin of Yisrael bin Yinacher, and we would tie our shoes in another way. The Goyim would have red laces. The Yidin would have black laces. Black is more calm, more refined, more low, and red, of course, is more haughty. Then, also a Yid would not be able to change. From here, everyone should learn. According to every time and place. Whatever that is, if there is a particular garment that is there for haughtiness or immodesty, lo yasal Yisrael kain, a Yid should not wear it. Ella, malbushav yasuv vinyan hamayra, a very calm, refined manner, alachna v'shliflut v'atznios, in a tzenua, in a modest fashion. And of course, from here, one could understand that as styles change, there's serious shilos. When the Yidden started adopting wearing short coats, it was a big shiloh the place could discuss because the Yidden always wore long. Are they allowed to wear short? Is it a garment that's just more a functional garment? Or is it a garment that's a gaiva? Ties. Each and every one of these items, now we can understand the shilohs that they are. We find in the Sifri Shloi Tamar, one should not say, since they go on in purple, often he is a big garment, I'll go on in purple. They go out with armor, often he is a big lucin. To copy the Goyim at such a level is a form of shachatz, arrogance, and haughty practices. And there's no place within the nation of Yaakov. Ella, their manner and their customs should be modest and humility. They should not turn to the arrogant nations in imitations, not to copy the Goyim. Anything that the non-Jews do as a minhag or something that doesn't really make sense, and therefore, why are they doing it? Maybe it's a form of idolatry. And similarly, one should not cut his hair, or grow his hair, a rishai of their head like them. Ella, a yid and a guy have to be separate. B'malbushav in his act, b'dibura in one's words, b'shar mais. But they do so like what's separate for them in our beliefs and in our character traits. Says the Kadosh Baruch Hu, He will separate us from amongst the goyim. Continues the Kitzur in Sif Gimel. Lo yilbosh begadim yikarim. Now he continues into modesty. One should not go and wear expensive clothing. Maybe suddenly this brings a person to haughtiness. One should not wear very cheap clothing or disgusting. So you shouldn't walk around disgusting. clean, regular, average quality. Says the Kitzur, one should even sell the beams of your house for what? To buy the shoes for one's feet. And the note in the bottom over here, they quote Rashi in Shabbos. Why? Because there's nothing more degrading than walking in public barefoot. Continues the Kitzur in Sif Dalid. Since we find Shemini Chashuv about Torah, that the right is more chashiv. With regard to the avoid in the base Hamikdash that is done with the right hand. Then when it came to the miluim, when it came to the mitzaira, we have the right thumb, we have the right foot. Then mischadlitza, you have to remove the shoe from the right foot. Therefore, continues the Kitzur, we go from what one should not wear to how one should dress. Bilabisha, when one gets dressed, everything else. Le'olam, always what comes first. Yakti shal yamin v'shel small. First comes the right, and then comes the left. Ubachalitza zamin olim. Now, when you take off your shoes, v'shar begadim on you other clothing, the opposite. The way to show chashivas to the right is to take off the left and then take off the right. Lachshal small tchilosh is avoida shal yamin that gives honor to the right. So again, many people know this by shoes, but the Kitzur teaches this is by everything. You put on your jacket, goes in the right arm. You put on your shirt, goes in the right arm. You take off your jacket, comes off the left arm. However, the Nikashira says the Kitzur with regard to tying articles of clothing. Hasmol chashav yoser, the left comes first. And they shekaishin alavis at tefillin, because of course we tie the tefillin onto the left arm. And therefore, we always tie the left first. Go in if you have shoes with laces, you put on the right. You don't tie it. You put on the left. You tie and then you tie the right, and other items as well. We continue with Sifhei. Yizar mi malbush nei begadim yachad. Says the Kitzur, do not put on two articles of clothing at one time. Because it causes one to forget things. Many shilos. Is this include undergarments? Some want to say no. One area that often you see people, if a hat is called a garment, you see sometimes people taking their yarmulke, put in their hat, and then they put it on. That might be the transgression of putting on two articles of clothing at the same time. Definitely something that one should be careful with. Aser leilech arba amos. Continues the Kitzur, it is forbidden to walk for amos, or to recite words of kedusha begilui rosh. If you're not wearing a yarmulke, you're not allowed to walk dalet amos, nor are you allowed to recite divrei kedusha. On the bottom over here, article, of course, quotes the Mishnah Brura that nowadays we're a machmer, we don't even sit in a place without our head covering. This is a minhag that was taken on. Ramesh Feinstein has many chuvas about this. And this would be the mikar, if one was not able to for work and whatnot. It would seem that maybe if one is indoors, the whole bais is considered one dalet amos. Maybe if you're not reciting davar shebekdusha, but lamaisa nowadays, in a very simple way, the Mishnah Brura teaches us that one is machmir. We have to train our children to cover their heads. Because that brings fear of heaven. When Rav Nachman Yitzchak was young, his mother was told by astrologers, Baruch Ganova Yeheveh, your son will be a Ganef. What did his mother do? She never let him uncover his head. Amrulay, she told him, Kase Reishech, cover your head, so you'll have fear of heaven, and that will help that you won't become a Ganef. We continue with Siv Zayin, also little become his kufi, cannot walk with an erect pasha, regarding not toy, and outstretched neck, and you should never tell after the 2 years karoin. Mikol Makaim, Liakov Raisha Yosem Midai. One should not bend his head excessively while walking, not all the way down. Now let me debate on this. Shir has Abba connected one of you can see what's coming. See your own steps, sort of in between. You don't walk all the way erect, you don't walk all the way down, you walk, a little. Submissive, even a person walks, take your b'chacham valdeo, you can know if he's down b'chacham and wise. Or he's a fool. A fool walks in a way that he's telling everyone, I'm a fool. He's telling everyone that he is a fool. We continue and we conclude with Siv Ches. Says the Kitzur, usually Zar, one should be careful. One should not walk between two women. And the note over here on the bottom quotes the Gemara in Arius. I'm sorry. The Gemara in Arius that teaches us the reason because it is kasha l'shecha, cause one to forget his learning. Between two dogs, or two pigs. Only two men should not allow Isha one walk to them. Chazir will mention. So what is the Eitzah? The simple Eitzah is you hold on to something. Best is to hold on to another person. If not, many are makbid. You hold on to tzitzis. You hold on to davar shebikdusha. And if you need to walk through to women and v'siyat the Shemaya, we'll pick it up from here as we move on to Perek Dalit in the next year. Mirza Hashem.